Pro women's basketball just took an unfortunate turn, and after next season, there will be no WNBA. And a lot of its fans and supporters are going to have to realize they brought this on themselves.
But the WNBA Players Association, well, they think they're worth more, and good for them. God bless them. I hope they are. They should get every dime that they deserve. But I also think that they should pay back the money lost.
I mean, everybody seems to be completely floored by even the idea that the WNBA can be going after next season. I mean, how do you even explain such a thing with the increased popularity of the sport, ticket sales through the roof, and jersey sales at an all-time high? But it can only be explained by one thing: greed. The WNBA is deciding to opt out of its historic 2020 CBA in hopes of renegotiating. But are their expectations even realistic?
In the NBA, they have percentages of revenue shared for the players, right? So jersey sales, obviously their TV contracts. You see these every year, these contracts get bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah, massive.
But that's because their CBA, it negotiates where if the owners are making certain types of money, they get that as well.
Got it.
In the WNBA, that's not the case.
Although Kelsey Plum brought up some very good arguments, she needs to understand one thing. I get great deals all the time, scoring courtside seats and access to lounges with free food and drink. And thanks to my partners over there at SeatGeek, we can get you access as well. Just use my promo code RICK1BALL at checkout on your next purchase of $50 or more, and we can save you $20 off that purchase. I really appreciate it, SeatGeek. Thanks for partnering with Rick1Ball. It's very simple. What Kelsey Plum and the rest of the WNBA players are not understanding is they've been tricked. And what I mean by that is they thought just because they increased viewership by 115%, which I must admit is insane for the WNBA, they automatically thought that meant more money. But what they're not understanding is that doesn't mean that for the WNBA. Even though the WNBA increased their revenue by $100 million, they still found a way to lose $40 million on the season. And I know you got to be thinking to yourself, Rick1Ball, how is it possible to increase revenue by $100 million and still be in a deficit by $40 million? Well, that's easy. They're trying to keep up with the NBA as far as luxuries and everything like that. You remember those chartered jets and planes? But instead of them taking some accountability and understanding they need to stop spending as much money and downsize, they'll usually just attack their NBA counterparts by saying they don't support the WNBA product, which is just flat out insane. I mean, some of these NBA franchises flat out own the WNBA team, and their only support is coming from them.
I'm really tired of seeing them complain about the lack of pay because they're doing themselves a disservice by just complaining.
I think what I'm feeling is a lot of miseducation and ignorance, and I'm always careful about using the word ignorance because I think we've grown up to believe that it has a negative connotation when it really doesn't.
Well, Miss Ngumake, we can call it whatever you want, but what the WNBA has developed is Angel Reese syndrome. Yes, I said Angel Reese syndrome. And even though she's known to be a drama queen, she can be truthful at times. She's even been on the record saying that she can't even afford to pay her apartment bill on her WNBA salary. So common sense would tell you to go downsize and maybe even possibly live with a roommate. But no, she's spending well above her means, and that's exactly what the WNBA is doing. They're in a fake it till you make it league, and they're trying to keep up with the NBA with these charter flights and all these other luxuries.
I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and, like, not be there for them. So